Hello everyone and welcome to my review for Jujutsu Kaisen chapter 137. Before I get into today's review, I do of course have to mention my subscriber milestone goal, hitting 5,000 by the end of the year, and the extra special goal, trying to hit it by April 21st. Once again, if we do hit 5,000 by then, I'll do some kind of celebratory live stream. I may do something to celebrate the anniversary anyway, but I'll probably put more effort into making it fancy if we hit 5,000 by then. And this is a little preemptive, but it's possible by the time this video is out, we'll have hit 2,000 subscribers, so thank you all. It took us I think 8 months to hit 1,000, and it's only taken us about a month and a half to get another 1,000 subscribers. So it's really crazy how much the channel has been growing lately. So thank you all for your support, and here's to however many thousands of more subscribers we get in the future. Now, on to this week's review. With this chapter, we've had the return of the boy that many of us have been waiting for a very, very long time. Yuta Okkotsu is back in the story, and he's back in the way I expected he would be. That's right, I've been saying for a while, we're definitely getting a Hunt for Yuji, Captain America Civil War type arc. After all of the shenanigans that's happened in Shibuya, with Sukuna killing thousands of people, they are going to try and execute Yuji. And with Gojo out of the way, who better to bring back into the story in this moment than the old MC himself, Yuta Okkotsu, one of the 4 living special grade sorcerers. Now it seems like the primary reason that Okkotsu is so interested in hunting down Yuji, or not interested, but he's like, yeah, I don't give a shit, I'll kill Yuji Itadori. It's because Inumaki lost an arm in the Shibuya incident. If I can imagine what happened, because if he was within Malevolent Shrine fully, he'd be fucking dead. He'd be minced. He'd be vaporized. I can already imagine now that he was trying to help rescue more civilians and was trying to reach for someone that was within the range of Malevolent Shrine, and his arm just got eviscerated. So you can imagine how graphic that is if you want. I know you Inumaki stands out there must be heartbroken by this chapter. So we are getting what I had expected. I know, we have to have someone powerful as the antagonist for this next arc. Because especially if we have Yuki helping out Yuji, well then shit, who the fuck is, everyone else is gonna be like a cakewalk. Oh, I know, let's just get the other special grade sorcerer who's not already a villain or isn't on Yuji's side. Because, as has been explored many times in the story, we know Yuji. The members of the first and second years, mostly, know Yuji, and a few other people do. So they care about him, they want to protect him. But to everyone else, Yuji is just Sukuna's vessel. If I told you there was some guy who possesses within him the most evil, dangerous demon in all of history, you would probably want to fucking get rid of him too, okay? So that's kind of how it is for everyone else. And now, with Okkotsu having his friend Inumaki injured because of him, he's like, alright, I'm gonna fucking kill this guy. I am wondering why Inumaki's arm wasn't healed. It's possible that Shoko is on the run with Yuji as well, because Yaga has also been blamed for the Shibuya incident, and he's supposed to get the death penalty too. So that's a possibility, though, since Rika is apparently still around, in theory, Okkotsu should be able to heal Inumaki's arm, unless the nature of Malevolent Shrine's attacks can't be healed by reverse curse technique. I don't know. It's very interesting. And it seems like his wounds are wrapped up with some kind of, that curse sealing paper that they use, so I am very interested in knowing what is the deal with that exactly. And what happened to Maki? Because we didn't find out, we didn't get a casualty report for Shibuya. We found out a bunch of the other shit going on in Japan. It seems like probably the entire Tokyo area, basically the heart of Japan, has gone black. Or it's darked out. They're gone. It's a fucking curse-infested wasteland now. You have Yuta going around hunting down various curses that are trying to kill what few people are still in there. You've got a bunch of political stuff going on where they're debating whether or not to publicly reveal the existence of cursed spirits. I get the vibe of like SCP Broken Masquerade. It's a canon timeline, or it's, well, if you don't know about SCP, there's no canon, so people just kind of make up canons to write stories in, and Broken Masquerade is one where some bad shit happens in Korea and the entire world finds out about anomalous objects. So with this, I get the impression that with the destruction of Shibuya and the brain's releasing of 10 fucking million curses, which is just absurd. Like, to get sidetracked for just a second, if you watched my reaction, you know I was like, holy fucking shit, 10 million! Oh my lord! That is like, holy fuck! How do you even deal with that? Like, they're just everywhere now. You can't manage that. Yeah, that's nuts. We basically got a situation where, like, yeah, you can't really hide the Jujutsu world anymore. So I kind of get the vibe that it's something very similar to that. So big things are changing. We are done with the first act of Jujutsu's story. The way that the world worked in the previous 136 chapters, it doesn't work that way anymore. So we've got big stuff going on. Things are fundamentally changing. So needless to say, I'm very excited to see where that goes. Man, what the fuck happened to Maki? So we didn't get a casualty report. We didn't find out where Yuji and the Kyoto students went. We didn't find out what happened to Maki and Naobito. We don't know what's happened to Megumi. We don't know what's happened to Ino. Is that everyone? I think that's everyone. That's not dead, of course. And obviously the brain escaped. I have a feeling Yuji will be forced to team up with him at some point, especially with... So, here's the deal. We gotta lay out the teams here. So, on Yuji's team, we've obviously got Todo. We've got Panda. I imagine Panda is there. Definitely Yuki. Probably Nobara and Megumi. I imagine at least one of those two are going to be there. And maybe some other people from the Kyoto school. I don't know. It'll be interesting to see. I wonder what Ino's going to do, since Nanami is dead. Like, that's a really fucking big deal for Ino's character. Like, Ino's whole character, since he's, like, one of the side characters, Ino has got to be, like, one of the most side characters in the whole series. His whole deal is his connection to Nanami. So, this is going to be interesting. On the hunt down Yuji side, we've got Akotsu, obviously. I imagine Kusakabe. Kusakabe is going to be involved in this arc, because Kusakabe told Panda, I think Yuji should get the death penalty. Like, looking at all this shit that's happened in Shibuya, they should fucking kill him. Probably Hakari. Hakari, depending on what his deal is. Like, if they're like, Hakari, we'll get rid of your suspension if you go and kill Yuji Itadori, he'd probably be like, alright. Unless Hakari is like a delinquent and doesn't agree with the higher-ups, in which case he may join Yuji. But I imagine probably other people from the Kyoto school. I don't know. We may actually get introduced to a lot of new characters in this arc, which I kind of had a feeling with the stuff that happened in last week's chapter, where we had Sumiki waking up and the 1,000 malevolent Yuji Itadoris. We're going to have a lot of new sorcerers, a lot of new people with curse techniques. So we're going to have like a fucking diaspora of new characters being introduced, which, I mean, needless to say, I'm very excited about. But, oh right, Yaga. Yaga is going to be on Yuji's team. So that's going to be very interesting. We're definitely getting like some Captain America Civil War shit here. It feels so good to be right. If you've been watching my videos for like a month now, maybe a little longer, I don't remember when exactly I started talking about this stuff, but I've been saying for a bit, Yuji's going to be going on the run. We're going to have some stuff where like half of the cast is going to be hunting down Yuji, and the other half of the cast is going to be working with him, trying to protect him. So, good lord, does it feel to be right about something. So, yeah, if you couldn't tell, I'm very happy about that. The new position of Okotsu as the fucking lapdog of the higher-ups. Oh, they are so happy that Gojo is gone. They're so happy Gojo is gone that releasing him from the prison realm is considered a crime. They've marked him as a co-conspirator or a collaborator. He's one of the people responsible for the Shibuya incident, which is hilarious. Like, as soon as I read that, I'm like, oh, you fucking assholes, of course you would do that. So they've gotten rid of the most powerful sorcerer in the world, because he was a thorn in their side that never did what they wanted and didn't let them do what they wanted. Now that he's gone, they've got Okotsu, who's now very much willing to work with them so that he can kill Yuji, and, you know, avenge Inumaki. They can do whatever the fuck they want now. For the first time in the series, the higher-ups have free reign. They can do whatever the fuck they please. So, basically everything's going to shit. In case that wasn't very, very obvious. So we've got the Curse Apocalypse going on, and we've got the corrupt higher-ups now having the freedom to do whatever the hell they want, with a special grade sorcerer on their leash. That is going to be something. I was reminded when reading this chapter of what the brain said to Gojo towards the start of the Shibuya incident after he'd captured him. That Yuta Okotsu can't be the next Satoru Gojo. And he can't, because he's literally being the opposite of Gojo right now. He's doing whatever the higher-ups ask him to. So that's just kind of interesting. I imagine Gojo is going to be fucking pissed when he gets out. Don't worry, I have faith in everyone. Oh, didn't that age well? Oh, yeah. Oh, man, Gojo, that is awkward. So, the orders of the higher-ups. I'll finish off this video talking about the 5 orders of the higher-ups. The, proclamations or whatever. First one. Oh shit, Suguru Geto is still alive. Well, he gets the death penalty again. Again, he gets the death penalty a second time. Which is hilarious. Second one, Gojo is one of the people responsible for the Shibuya incident. Releasing him from the prison realm is a crime. He is exiled from Jujutsu Society, which is something you can only have the gall to do when he's stuck in the fucking prison realm. Oh, man. I hope when Gojo gets out, he just fucking murks all of these guys. That would be... oh, so good. Third order. Masamichi Yaga is responsible for inciting Satoru Gojo and Suguru Geto, I guess through not competently getting them to not do the Shibuya incident. So he gets the death penalty too, which means we're going to be seeing a lot of Yaga stuff, which is great, because Yaga really hasn't done much of anything in the story. He's just sort of been, like, around sometimes. Fourth order, of course, Yuji Itadori's death sentence is right now. We've suspended the suspension. He needs to be killed right now. Fuck getting the rest of the fingers. We need to kill Yuji Itadori, which is what I've been saying for a while was going to happen. Like, as soon as Malevolent Shrine came out, I was like, oh, fuck, they are going to kill you. And the fifth order is that Yuji Itadori's executioner is to be the special grade sorcerer, Yuta Okotsu. So there's your main antagonist for this next arc. Yuta Okotsu, the old MC versus the new MC. They're going to clash. I hope he doesn't get affected by Yuji's memory manipulation. That'll be kind of awkward. Which we also have to find out more about. I imagine they're going to be delving into this arc. So I'm very excited to see that. And I'm very excited for this arc in general. I mean, think about this. We had the Goodwill event, 10 out of 10 arc. Then we had the Origin of Obedience, which is pretty alright. But then we had Hidden Inventory, which was even better than the Goodwill event. Another 10 out of 10 arc. And then you get fucking Shibuya Incident, which is another 10 out of 10 arc. The longest arc in the series. And it's so fucking good. It seems like the story just keeps getting better. And with the last 2 chapters, Gege has opened up so many possibilities with what they can do with the story. I am unbelievably excited to see where Jujutsu Kaisen goes from here as we get into the second act of the story. I mean, we have set up for like hundreds of chapters worth of content here. So I'm greatly looking forward to that. Next week, if there's not a chapter, like I don't know what the fucking confusion is. The chapter says that the next issue comes out on February 7th, which is next Sunday. But Viz says we're not getting a chapter for another 2 weeks. So I don't know what the fuck's going on. I've already made plans to do a podcast episode talking about Shibuya. Next week, I think we're going to record it on like Saturday. So we'll still do that. But if a chapter comes out next week, I'll do my reaction and review. So you guys may actually be getting extra Jujutsu content next week. So look forward to that, I guess. And if you are, you should definitely like, comment, and subscribe. Click that notification bell so you don't miss any of my uploads. I do Jujutsu Kaisen chapter reactions and reviews every week. If you enjoy other series such as Record of Ragnarok, Black Clover, and Kengan Omega, I do videos in those series as well. If you enjoy discussing Jujutsu Kaisen with other people, or you just enjoy the content I produce on this channel, I highly suggest you check out my Discord server. I have a link to it on my channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you around.